The year was 1856. In a world where women had little access to laboratories or academic recognition, a self-taught scientist in New York was conducting groundbreaking experiments at home. Her name was Eunice Newton Foote. Foote was passionate about physics and chemistry. Raised in a time when women were rarely considered part of scientific circles, she refused to be sidelined. In her garden, using glass cylinders, thermometers, and compressed air, she carried out a series of experiments to understand how different gases absorbed solar heat. Her findings were remarkable. Carbon dioxide, CO, didn't just retain more heat than regular air, it significantly warmed inside its container when exposed to sunlight. In other words, she had experimentally discovered what we now call the greenhouse effect. She concluded that an atmosphere of this gas would give to our Earth a high temperature. It was 1856, a full century before climate science entered the mainstream. Foote submitted her paper, titled, Circumstances Affecting the Heat of the Sun's Rays, to the American Association for the Advancement of Science. However, due to the gender norms of the time, she wasn't allowed to present it herself. Instead, the physicist Joseph Henry read it aloud, acknowledging her work and its importance. But despite this, history soon forgot her name. For decades, her contribution remained in obscurity, overshadowed by male scientists like John Tyndall, who conducted similar research years later and was wrongly credited with discovering the greenhouse effect. Today, Eunice Newton Foote is recognized as a trailblazer in climate science and a pioneer for women in research. Her story is a reminder of how many valuable voices were silenced by prejudice, and how essential it is to recover them to understand the full scope of scientific history.